Now, it's Pace of Play.
Come on, Glenn! Come on! Get your head in the damn game!
Putting the boys on the clock.
I guess we're playing for keeps now.
The fuck?
All right, here we go. We are playing for keeps, no doubt. Pace of Play segment, a little argumentative. We've got a first-timer here, so let's see how he can handle it.
Take it easy on me.
Now, we talked to a top 100 teacher, so this question would, is one for him. But for our listeners at home, in golf instruction or in the golf improvement, game improvement area of golf, as a teacher yourself, Darren, what comes first? Golf instruction or club fitting?
I think it's got to be golf instruction. If you don't have the basic fundamentals down, you're probably not going to be able to use any type of golf club. So the first thing I would do would definitely work with the student, and then after you get some of the basics down, go from there, and then you'll be able to fit them into the equipment that will make all the difference.
Well, I'm a little opposite of that. I don't necessarily think club fitting comes first. I think you have to work those things together. For somebody out there that if you don't have equipment that fits you, whether you're a junior and it's too heavy, a lady that it's too heavy, or let's say a senior and you've just picked up a set of clubs that are steel shafts maybe and might be too stiff for you, I think you've got to fit golf clubs to people's golf swings. Also, at the same time, giving them instruction so that they do things correctly. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm going back to what Brad had just said in the earlier segment.
Actually, I wasn't listening to Brad. Sorry.
If you got a student, as he described, that holds the club the backwards left hand low, and as he described that type of backswing, doesn't matter what type of clubs you put in their hand, they're not going to be able to use them.
And I do agree with that, but I think if the club doesn't fit, you're going to have to get clubs that fit. So I think we'll as Cy would say on Duck Dynasty, we're going to disagree on that one. All right, earlier segment we spoke about all angles of the recent proposed ruling by the USGA and R&A. We're not going to touch on that anymore, but what is next by these organizations, Darren? What do you think is the next thing that comes down the road for the USGA and the R&A when it comes to new rules, where it comes to equipment changes? What do you think's out there?
I've got one big one that bothers me the most is fans calling in, people from home calling in and trying to kind of call players out on different rules.
Hey, do you think Darren listened to the show last week? Apparently not. That was one of my big pet peeves last week. So I agree with you. Proceed. Sorry.
But just the fact that fans can call in, and please stop me if I'm reiterating any of your points, but the fact that people can call in from home, I feel like there's enough rules officials out there at the event that they can, if the rules officials on site don't see it and nobody else seems to notice, I just wish that not as many decisions that are being made did not come from someone sitting on their couch watching on TV.
Yeah, and it would be an interesting question. I don't even know where that falls. If that would just be a PGA Tour procedural thing that they would no longer take those calls, or it wouldn't matter. But as far as the USGA and the R&A are concerned, I think they have to do something with the golf ball. The golf ball, and they've already tried to do a little something with the driver. Personally, I think the putter thing and the wedge groove thing, I think it did absolutely nothing. The golf ball is what is causing golf courses to spend millions of dollars and even billions of dollars total to resurrect their golf courses to handle big-time events. Because they are coming benign when it comes to driver and golf ball lengths. They have to do something with the golf ball to make a change so we don't spend near as much money. All right, let's lighten it up a little bit. My father, commonly referred to as Ray Smitty, had a hole-in-one, 145-yard 7-iron, which I still believe had to be well into a big wind because I'm sure hoping he hits a 7-iron a lot farther than that. But let's talk about the protocol of a hole-in-one. Now, my father's not the most liberal with his wallet when it comes to that, but he was kind of upset that he spent $145 afterwards in the bar. What is the protocol of a hole-in-one? I think the listeners need to know this. Is it do you buy everyone in the bar? Do you buy everyone in your group? Do you and then probably the bigger question is why do you have to buy after making the hole-in-one anyway? Shouldn't somebody be buying for you?
I was going to say, that's my biggest my biggest disbelief with the whole situation is how come I'm the one who has to pay for everybody's drinks when I'm the one that did something good. But I think personally, kind of different situation could happen. But if you have, depending on the size of the group, I'm all for buying around all the drinks that the guys I played with. They can have probably whatever they want, but I'm not about walking into the bar and having the loudmouth I'm playing with tell everybody I had a hole-in-one, then I've got to pay for everyone in the entire bar. That wouldn't fly with me.
All right, so obviously we know Darren's cheap too. That just came out. Maybe anybody else can call in and talk about how cheap Darren is if anybody knows anything about that. All right, we probably our next question here. We probably need to tread a little lightly on this one because we may have a group of our parents and your parents listening at home, and we definitely don't want to offend anybody. But Christmas comes upon us. What kind of purchases? What's the worst golf gift you've ever received when it comes to Christmas? And again, let's be careful not to offend anyone at home.
I'm not going to say any names. You know those counting beads that you get that help you keep score?
Oh yeah,
they go all the way up to 10.
Okay, but hold on. Did you need them?
That's what apparently they thought I did.
Okay.
I was in high school. And I didn't think I was that bad, but a family member of mine had bought me the counting beads.
Nice.
That went all the way up to 10.
Did you put them on your bag?
I don't think I ever opened the box.
Okay.
I was that offended. How about you?
Well, I don't know if this is past gifts or gifts coming up. I'm assuming I'm going to get a drizzle stick this Christmas, which would probably be the worst gift. Probably.
Can you explain to us what a drizzle stick is?
Take the cake. Chances are we'll get a call in that we can address what exactly a drizzle stick is. A drizzle stick is something that attaches to the top of your bag and is actually an umbrella for your golf clubs. We don't need a ton of them in the desert. So that'll probably be the worst gift I do get. I got to go. I'm probably not as good as yours. It's just clothes. Have really gotten some bad golf clothes over the years that have ended up the following year in a Salvation Army
nice
or a Goodwill, still with the tags on them and that type of thing. So, all right. Speaking of Christmas, your rule on Christmas decorating: when do lights go up? When do lights come down? What is too gaudy? And I know that you probably have an inflatable Santa Claus in your front yard, so just admit it.
I would, once I get a house, I'll definitely be making a purchase. I would believe in actually getting the whole family of holiday decorations. You get the snowman, the Santa, anything you can. You can't just do it halfway. If you're gonna go, you got to go. As for taking them up, putting them down, I think any time in December is good for putting them up. But I'm a big believer in once the first of the year hits, they better be gone. How about you?
Okay, I'm anything after Thanksgiving. Let's celebrate the holidays. Let's celebrate Halloween, and then let's move on to Thanksgiving. Let's get done with Thanksgiving. Let's move on to Christmas, and then right after Thanksgiving, we'll celebrate Christmas all the way through New Year's, and then right after New Year's, they need to come down. I think that's needs to be protocol, and I wouldn't mind if President Obama maybe step in on this because it gets pretty bad in certain neighborhoods. That's
what I was going to ask. As a recent home buyer, are there any bad ones in your neighborhood?
People have Christmas gifts or Christmas decorations during Halloween.
Yeah, that's
too
soon.
The fuck?
I think it does. It really does. And I'm going to go and tell them that it does. All right. Lastly, we got what are we giving away the Heisman next Saturday?
I believe that's
a week from today.
On it now, I thought.
Yeah, a week from today. Who are you taking to win the Heisman?
Well, my belief is you've got the Heisman as I know it is the best player in college football. There are two undefeated teams left in college football: Notre Dame and The Ohio State University. And since we know that no defensive player
no
defensive player can
this better not
get
be
the
a
Heisman
homer pick.
I'm going to go with the home dog, and I got to go with Braxton Miller, starting quarterback for what will hopefully be the only undefeated team in this season.
First of all,
shameless plug.
Nobody is going to give votes for somebody that's on probation. So Braxton Miller does not.
I don't see how that's his fault.
Does not have the opportunity to do it. Secondly, if you saw the, I don't even know what the show called, the insider look at their practices, Braxton Miller is really not that good.
I just watched the games.
And actually, one of the games he didn't even win, the Purdue game. I don't even remember the backup's name, but he came in and won the game. So
obviously, with great tutelage
he
his
did not even
starting
win.
quarterback.
I got to go with Johnny Football. Freshman aside, a freshman has never won the Heisman Trophy. But Johnny Manziel at Texas A&M has been absolutely unbelievable, and that's not to take anything away from Manti Te'o, linebacker for Notre Dame. But I think Johnny Football deserves this thing and will win it come next Saturday. All right, that's it for Pace of Play.